So, the internet, the interwebs, if you may. I have a very interesting relation with that. With it, first thing I remember relating to the internet was the internet, taking me by the balls, dragging me, kicking and screaming, sitting me down, front of of a screen, and whispering in my ears, "This, this is the godforsaken world you live in," and me screaming, "No, no, no! I don't live in a godforsaken world. No!" And like 15 minutes after, being like, "Yeah, I live in a godforsaken world." And me and the internet nodding. Uh, it's just I was a bit too late for the internet's rise to fame. It's the early internet, and where I live got internet late, so I was just way too late to enjoy the classic internet with 4chan and other forums and well bullshit like that. And I just was born a bit too late to enjoy them, which is sad. But I was born in time to enjoy some enjoy early games that I do not remember the name of, for God's sake. But yeah, I was just not born when the internet was the Wild West. Like I wasn't lucky enough to enjoy the internet in its glory. Like I just didn't have the chance to enjoy the young internet, early internet, because at the time I would use a lot of television, which I will talk about someday. So yeah, I just didn't have the luck necessary to enjoy the internet, I guess, because as I've said, I was born a bit too late for fortune and other me bullshit, and I really do not engage in social media whatsoever. Like it's mainly YouTube. I don't even have I don't use Instagram. I don't use Facebook. So I guess got dressed as that website sold. Anyways, I don't use X, formerly known as Twitter. Just don't. I find them to be a waste of time personally, and well, as far as I've heard, since I've literally never used it, it is a waste of time. So yeah, I never found it to be interesting to waste my time talking to random weirdos on the internet. And it just the stories that I've heard because of the internet have put the fear of fucking God in me. Like I heard a story of YouTubers streaming it themselves, killing their own girlfriend, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, we live in a godless fucking society, and it made me waver in my faith. Like I just don't get it. The internet helped me to learn a lot of things about the world, which is great, honestly. Like at the time, I didn't want to know bullshit that was happening, like because nobody wants to know that the place they live in is very unfair and practically nothing you can do. But afterwards, I was like, yep, yep, now I know, and I can never unknow. So I'm gonna roll with it, and we got here. So, my humblest of opinions, I really like the internet experience as of right now, and some funnier stories like the time that 4chan found animal abusers using damn signs and other things like that, and that other time that 4chan found a buried ancient monument, not a buried monument, a buried monument for the present. Like a group of people buried a monument of people that live right now, and they were the dankest, dumbest of memes. And 4chan was like, yeah, we don't want future people to think we were a bunch of dumbasses. And one brave soul went to the place where this monument was supposed to be buried and poured some bleach on it, because while it was made of lime, and the plan was that if we put some bleach on it, well, it would ruin the dank memes. Like, it's just weird to think that we live in this kind of time. Like, in my experience, when I was very young, I didn't use the internet. I didn't have access to the internet whatsoever, except out of YouTube. And I was very content with back then, because I used to watch television, as I said. And well, as far as my experience with the television was pretty good. Cartoons in the time at that time were fairly good, and the ads weren't as bad. The main reason I stopped watching television is, well, very similar to your reason. Because if you have stopped watching television, it's like you found internet to be a better solution and a more useful solution at that. And another the thing that I find horrifying about the internet, it is a scary as place. Like, if you flip off the wrong person, you could fucking end up dead for no reason other than you mess with the wrong guy. Like, a few stories that I remember is that a dude, well, he did do something stupid. Man criticized a Twitter user's pictures, and the Twitter user was like, yeah, you want to fight me? Come on. And gave him a location and time. And when the first dude came to that location and time, the Twitter user just shot him dead. And well, there's a lesson to be learned here. Fucking don't go to random people's invitation, because there are some real fucked up weirdos out there. Like, it's the internet, who would have guessed? And another thing is that I read a story about a streamer who was getting stalked by a person for fucking 4 years, and that person came from Europe to America with nothing except a guitar bag, which is scary because those bags are huge and you can put weapons in them. And well, you don't know what weirdos are out there. And reading about this is just scary. And the person doesn't take no for an answer, the stalker, and the authorities don't do dipshit about this. And I've read about this exact same thing happening with Amaranth, another streamer. And with her case, it has happened multiple times. And it the story that I read was about a person who would keep streaming about the fact that he was stalking her very close, mind you, very close to her house. And when she Amaranth asked, "Stop doing this, weirdo," the guy was like, "Yeah, no." Then, well, it continued. That's just weird. And then, well, there are a few other creeps, like pedophilia again as another problem to the internet, like DDD and another YouTuber that I cannot remember the name of, and EDP, it's somebody else, okay, the first person. And you think that this type of bullshit is, well, happening on a place that I have spent a decent chunk of my life, because I got introduced to the internet when it got a bit flushed out, when YouTube got its act together. Like, my experience with YouTube went from Elsagate to fucking P Diddy. It's not indicative of the time that I used it. At the time that I was starting to use it, getting a million subs or your go to play button was very impressive, and getting a diamond play button was very, very, very impressive. And the time that I was watching was when Dan TDM and, well, Stampy Longhead, Long Nose, whatever you want to call him, was doing their videos, and I would watch at that. I was watching at that time, and all things considered, it was a blast. I really enjoyed the time that I have spent on the internet, or my little corner of the internet, I guess. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, as far as I am concerned, the internet is a fair place. It has its good, it has its bad, and it has its ugly bits. But that's that's fair to say about everything. As a whole, the internet is fine, not good particularly, not bad particularly. Well, a whole lot of degeneracy happens, but hey, who cares? And yeah, that's about it for me. Bye.